Welcome everybody to Lee Marie 3D. I want to do a video today on warping. So there's been a lot of people ask me these questions and having problems with this when printing ABS or even printing other filaments. This is more about ABS, but it works with other filaments too. A lot of people, oh, why is my part warping off the bed? Why can't I get it to stick? It's not sticking, okay? So we're gonna go over what you need to do for this. So the first thing I want to do is we're gonna go over the slicer settings, how to slice your file properly, okay? That's gonna be the first step. The next thing we're going to do is washing your build plate properly. So what to do, what not to do. We're not going to use hairsprays or spray skunk juice on it or anything like that. We're just going to wash it properly and show you how to do that, what to do, what not to do. And then we're going to print the first layer perfectly and show you what that looks like. Just the sheet, just one first layer. I'm going to show you what it looks like to get too close to the bed, what it looks like to get too far from the bed, and what it looks like perfectly dead on, okay? So we're gonna go into slicer settings first, so here we go.
All right, so we're gonna use Super Slicer. Just make a cube, you right click and hit add shape cube, resize it to your build plate size. I've got a 350, so I'm gonna do 320, 320. The Z height doesn't really matter at all because we're not going to use that. I'm going to stop it before it gets done. So we're just going to do the first layer. So it doesn't really matter. I'm going to change it to 5 anyways. So, okay. So we got that. We go over to filament settings and get your extrusion multiplier set properly, what it needs to be. But the main thing is going to be your first layer temperature right here. You want it to be hotter, a lot hotter, pretty much as hot as you can to make it stick really well. I didn't see that in a lot of guides. So I'm adding that in here to help people out because it helped me a lot. Along with the first layer bed, you want it hotter. Mine's 112. This is ABS profile, by the way. So we want to go into filament settings, and in the cooling section here, this is going to be an ABS profile, by the way, if I didn't mention it. So I got 60% default, 90% over the bridges, and the 3 here at full fan speed at layer 3. That's the key here. We don't want any fan on the first layer. So here it'll tell you fan runs at 60% by default, 90% on overall bridges, except for the first layer where it's disabled, and it will gradually increase. That's what we want to see right there. All right, now that we got this part done, let's jump over to the build plate. This is what you're going to want to do. Use some Dawn dish soap or this power wash. Magic eraser works really good. So we're going to wash it off. I mean, I don't know what kind. Everybody has different plates. The PEIs is what I typically use for my Boron machines. So we're going to rinse it off really good with hot water. Really hot water works best to get the oils and things like that off. So rinse it off really well before you put your soap on. So now put your favorite kind of dish soap you use on there real good. And scrub it up, scrub it up, scrub it up real good. Get it real good and clean. So once you get that done, you can rinse it off, but we're going to clean it really well. So I will note here that I have well water at my house. This is one of the things that caused issues. So rinsing it would leave like a hard water issue. You couldn't even really see it, but it caused a lot of issues printing, getting things to stick. So what I do is I have a reverse osmosis system right here, and I will, when I get done, rinse off with it, like a final rinse kind of thing. I don't know how this will work for you guys, or if you have some method to do this, but a lot of people don't have well water, so I don't know. Just wanted to denote that, so it's out there. Just rinse it off well. So then I just set it to dry, and don't laugh at my beautiful spot I'm using to dry it here. This is my wife's chair that just seems to work perfect because there's several of them, and when I wash multiple ones at a time, it's good. Okay, so now that we sliced our file, cleaned our bed, we're printing it now. This is what your Z offset should look like, what your first layer should look like, nice and smooth. We're gonna bring it too close here. Now you can see as it gets too close to the bed, we're getting like a ripple, kind of a crappy look there. That's what you don't want to see. That's when you're too close. You got too much squish there, too close to the bed. We're gonna bring it back up to normal to show you what it should look like. See how it starts to fade away and starts to look better. Now that it looks good again, now we're going to bring it too far away where it's not got enough squish there. So you just keep watching here for a second, you'll see that instead of seeing like flat lines, you're going to see more like round filament being extruded, not being squished against the build plate and flattened out like we want to see. So that's what gets you your perfect first layer there. That's how you want to see it. So once this is done, we're going to take it off and examine it and show you what it looks like. So while I'm popping this off the plate, I do want to say avoid at all costs touching your build plates with your fingers. The oils from your fingers get on the plate and it will make it warp. So avoid at all costs doing that. And secondly, what you dry your build plate with, if you're not air drying it, just try to air dry it. But if you're not going to air dry it, like a cheap paper towel works best. Don't use a towel. I learned that the hard way. The fabric softeners will make every single one of your machines warp. And like Viva paper towels and certain ones have conditioners, so don't do that. So here it's a little too close to the bed right there. This is where it gets very smooth and good, and then back to too close, and then I got too far, as you saw in the previous video. So you can even see here that you can like see through it, and it's just not even attached at all. So you don't want that. That's not going to get you, that's going to cause you to warp. But this is where you want it. It's kind of smooth. It feels good. It's attached really well. That's what you want your first layer to look like. And obviously this is a textured build plate, but if it was smooth, it would be a little bit different. All right, so some build plates are gonna give you this right here, especially with ABS. It's like a white stress mark where it's shrinking. It's causing this white right here, as you can see in the pictures. That can be taken away with like a heat gun or any sort of heat and make it look good again, like I did showing this next clip here. But you can also, there is some build plates, I'm going to link in the description, with West 3D has a black one that works really good and doesn't cause any of these issues like this.
All right, so that pretty much covers how we're going to get that perfect first layer, okay? So if you have any questions about this stuff or anything like that, just ask in the comments for me. I'm also going to put in the description a link to my Discord. You can message me if you need, or you can find me on the Voron Discord or one of the other 3D printing Discords. But you can ask me there, ask me here, whatever, that's fine. Also, I work for West 3D. I'm a print partner for them. All these printers run pretty much 24/7, printing parts for other people's machines. So I'm going to put a link in the description for West 3D. If you guys need anything, he's great. He's a great guy to work with and a great guy overall. So if you need anything, check him out. I'm going to also put a link specifically to that black build plate that he has. I don't know what's so special about it, but I've printed on probably 20 different brands of plates. And if you've seen in the video, the white you get on there, just about all of them has somewhat of that white on there. For some reason, the black plates that he has doesn't, and they stick really well. So I don't know, it's magical. They're great. Go check them out. They're my favorite plate. I haven't got to replace all of mine yet. So I hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe for me. And if you have another video you want to see me cover something, just ask in the comments and your wish may come true. All right. Thank you all for watching.